Hello, everyone. Listen this story. Emma, sitting by the window, looking out at the rain, sighing. Lately, I've been feeling so anxious. There's so much to worry about, and it feels like everything is piling up. Mark, sitting across from her, smiling reassuringly. I get it. It's so easy to get overwhelmed when life is throwing challenges your way. But have you ever read Philippians 4, 6, 7? It's a verse that really helps me when I'm feeling like that. Emma raises an eyebrow, intrigued. Philippians 4, 6, 7? I don't think I've come across that one before. What does it say? Mark opens his Bible and reads aloud. It says, "Do not be anxious about anything, but in every situation, by prayer and petition, with thanksgiving, present your requests to God. And the peace of God, which transcends all understanding, will guard your hearts and your minds in Christ Jesus." Emma, leaning forward, curious. Wow, that sounds so comforting, but also a little challenging. Do not be anxious about anything. I mean, how is that even possible? Especially when it feels like everything around you is chaos. Mark nods understandingly. I know what you mean. It feels impossible sometimes. But what I love about this verse is that it acknowledges the struggles we face. It doesn't say, don't feel anxious because life is perfect. It's more like, in every situation, good or bad, don't let anxiety take over. Instead, bring everything to God. Emma, reflecting. So it's like when things get too much, instead of just stressing out, we're supposed to talk to God about it? To pray about it even if we don't have all the answers? Mark, exactly. And that part about prayer and petition with thanksgiving, it's a reminder that even when we feel uncertain or anxious, we can still be grateful for what God has already done and trust that He's listening. Prayer isn't just about asking. It's also about acknowledging what we already have. Emma, smiling gently. That's such a refreshing way to look at it. When you're anxious, you often forget to be thankful for the little things. But you're saying that even in those moments, God still wants us to bring our worries to Him and trust He'll help us? Mark nods with a soft smile. Exactly. And the best part is the peace that comes after. The verse says that God's peace will guard our hearts and minds. It's not just any peace. It's peace that transcends all understanding. It's the kind of peace that doesn't make sense in the middle of a storm, but still fills you up anyway. Emma leans back, taking in the thought. I love that. Peace that doesn't make sense. I think that's exactly what I need. The kind of peace that doesn't depend on everything going perfectly. Mark, encouragingly. Right? When we surrender our anxieties and trust God, He gives us that peace, and it helps guard our hearts and minds. It's like an inner shield that protects us from the fear and stress trying to take over. Lenny. Emma nods thoughtfully. That sounds amazing. I want that kind of peace. It's like a deep, secure peace that nothing in the world can shake. Mark, smiling warmly. Yeah, and it comes from knowing that no matter what happens, God's got it. We can trust that He's in control, and He's with us through it all. It's not about having all the answers. It's about having the peace of knowing He's right there with us. Then, Emma, smiling with a sense of calm. I think I can do that. I can pray about everything, even the small stuff, and give thanks for what I do have. I'll try to stop worrying so much and trust God more. Mark, grinning. That's the spirit. And remember, whenever those anxious moments come, God's peace is always waiting for you, ready to guard your heart and mind. In this conversation, Emma and Mark reflect on how Philippians 4, 6, 7 offers a powerful way to overcome anxiety through prayer, thanksgiving, and trust in God. It encourages a shift from worry to peace, a peace that transcends understanding, guarding our hearts and minds.